My workplace has got a basket of interesting things that somebody's selling. I think it's a charity thing. I'm not really sure. But I usually don't indulge myself, and this certainly isn't some sort of big Clive, finding out how this works or whatever. There's only a couple of things that I'm interested in about this light. One is funny because no electricity is required. I'm not sure about that. It says no batteries, which I think is wrong. I'm pretty sure there'd be some sort of nickel metal hydride or nickel cadmium inside. It says there's no wires in there. Not sure about that. It does say it's super bright, which I'm keen to find out. And of course solar power, which I am interested in. But the reason I'm interested in it is to find out specifically what sort of chip is in there. If it's a QX5252, then I'm happy. Something else which is sort of blobby or whatever, not so happy. But yeah, that's what this is about. So not really anything that I usually do, and may not make the cut. Oh, wait a minute. That's interesting. So we've actually made it relatively... Oh, here's a little tab as well. Don't tell me. I mean, these things are notoriously tricky to open. But this looks like... Oh, nice and easy. There we go. Try and keep that. It says peel and stick. Front door, walking past backyard decks. Nice. And the actual unit itself... Okay. And it has a switch. And if I cover that up, well, that is bright. That is bright. Yeah, nice. And the side ones come on as well. Pretty cool. But what's inside? So we need... let's have a look. What about this one? Yeah, a little screwdriver here. Open this up. You watch these guys fly all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is probably just to get to the battery compartment. And I suspect that the other ones there might be to get to the circuit itself, which is what I'm really interested in. But I'll turn that off actually, it's a bit annoying. There we go. And last one. So there's the 4 for the battery. Oh, okay. Wow. So 18650, didn't see that coming. Just bear in mind that this thing retails for about $30 in the country. This was 8 through this sort of, I don't know, club book thing. I don't know how you'd say it, but that's a decent weight too. No wonder it's so bright. We've got 18650 in there. So it won't be a QX5252, that's for sure. So there'll be some other fancy circuitry in there to do charging and discharging safely, because the 18650 isn't always a barrel of laughs. It can kick back at you if you're not paying attention. So presumably as a consumer product, things like protection of the, is that the last one? That's the last one here. Overcurrent, undercurrent, overvoltage, undervoltage. I don't know. All sorts of interesting things can appear on these sorts of circuit boards. Is that going to come off? Yes, it is. And what's under here? Well, firstly, no batteries, it said on the front. Right, and it said no wires. So how about that for advertising? No batteries or wires. Wrong. Let's get a little closer to this circuit here and see what that chip is. There are a maze of wires in there, and we have a chip with no name. So I think typically it's what, the TP40, I want to say 56, or is it 96? 96 maybe. That does this sort of duties. I can see what looks to be probably in here. We've got a transistor. Then there are a few other bits and pieces. Maybe we should take this out. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do any reverse engineering a la Big Clive. I'm not even sure I'm going to put it back together again. So that'll be on you guys for forcing me to do it. And there's one in here. Wow. For something that's got no wires, it is a rat's nest in there. Now, let's see if I can get this guy out safely. Come on. Yep. Okay, good. And then can we see what's underneath, if anything? No. Oh, PIR. Okay, so PIR sensor. Everything seems to be all in this one circuit. That must be a pretty impressive little IC. So it's doing PIR duties. It's doing the battery charging and discharging duties, and very few components in there. So I'm not going to reverse engineer it for it. I'll leave you guys to buy your own and do that. What I am going to do is put up on the wall and see how long it lasts out there. It looks like a pretty good unit for $8. Why not? Just on dusk here. Hopefully I put all those bits and pieces back together again. I'm just going to walk forward until it detects me. There it is. And from the other side, yeah, blindingly good light. So it's finding it a little hard to focus on actually. Let's see if I get it. No, it's probably too bright in this light for it to focus on it. But it's actually flooding the area quite well. So I'd say that's a win. While we're here, we should check out the temperature from the project from a few weeks ago, which is this guy here. And it is somewhere between 4 and 7 degrees. So I'll link that up in the top here as well, that old project. But yeah, so look at that. Look how flooded that light is. Very impressive. That is the circuit working for this week. We'll see you next time.